Thank you so much, George. So I'm here with Ruth Goodrich from Cabot, Vermont, and we were just talking, and she started heating up the syrup, and I said, "How do you know when it's ready?" And what phrase did you say?
I'm cooking it till it spins a hair.
Till it's so. What does that mean? Because I've never heard that.
Well, I tell people it's the way my grandmother used to cook, but now I'm her age, so I don't know what that means. But there's lots of different ways. You can use the thermometer, and it's around 265 degrees, and you can kind of tell when it comes off the spoon what stage it's at after you've made a few thousand pounds of this. And so this, you can see it coming off the spoon here, and it will spin a very fine hair.
Oh, there you go.
And
Now I see what you're saying.
it's almost to that point. It's actually almost to the sugar stage.
So when it makes like that cartoon kind of springy hair.
Yeah, there's a fine hair there. So if you'd like to bring the popcorn over.
Perfect. I like popcorn.
We're just about ready for that. Let's make a spot there for it.
All right.
And push
And we're
some
going to
of
do a
that
couple
stuff
things
aside.
today. We are doing maple popcorn, right?
Maple coated popcorn.
Okay.
This is something that's really quick and easy for holiday parties, quick snack if you'd like to have that at home. It's actually quite nutritious. This is just plain popcorn, no butter, no salt.
Yep.
And so we've taken this and we've reduced it down or cooked it down till it will
Till
spin
it
that
spins the hair.
And there's the hair. See it?
Yep. Now
There
you see
it is.
Yeah.
So you kind of work quickly at the stage. You just pull it off and you stir it, and you can see it foam right up.
Yep.
And that's actually putting a lot of, if I stir much longer, it's going to be sugar. So they foam that right up like that, and then we're going to pour that right over here. Two basic things to remember about this. It is hot. You can get badly burned on maple syrup when it's hot. And so keep your fingers out of that, and don't put any in your mouth till it's cooled off.
That one fell.
Don't do that.
That's really hot.
That's really hot. So we're going to just gently stir this around, and you can see it kind of coats it.
Uh-huh. As it's coating my fingers and burning them.
Yes, it's very hot. It takes a long time to cool down, so you can get badly burned if you're not careful.
I'm like a child. You're like, don't do that. And I'm like, yeah, it's candy.
Okay, so this is cooled off quite quickly on the popcorn. And I think we're kind of at the point where you could probably...
All right.
Yeah, you could get away with trying a piece of that now. Nice maple-coated popcorn. Quick, fast, easy.
That's really good. I just want to eat that all the time.
I have to warn you, though, it's addictive.
It is addictive, but we got a big bowl.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we have another batch over here as well. You can take maple syrup and do lots of things with it. It's very nutritious, and it's very good for you.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people talk about maple syrup, and they compare it to high fructose corn syrup and a lot of things, and they're...
Oh, bite your tongue.
I know.
There is no comparison.
I'm just saying as a sweetener, as a comparison. But
as a sweetener,
but
it is wonderful.
Why is a natural sugar better for the human body?
It just digests better.
Yeah.
It's something that's a natural product. It's really got some nice minerals in there, and it also has recent studies that they have done in Canada have shown that maple syrup is loaded with antioxidants. So we want that in our diet today.
And it cures everything.
Well,
if you have any illness, just drink a pint of maple syrup every day.
Well, Grandma and Grandpa used to say it was good for what ailed you.
Yeah.
And they were very, very right about that. Now that we know it's got antioxidants in there, that's a wonderful thing to add to any food.
Yeah.
You can glaze with it. You can cook with it. You can bake with it. You can do all sorts of fun things with it. You can just put it in the freezer and eat it thick. It's just good that way,
it's
too.
just great. But I mean, I think maple syrup in general always kind of has that. The bottom line is, it comes from like a living thing.
It's filtered through it. It's water filtered through a tree, but as it goes through the tree, it picks up the natural sugars that the maple tree produces.
It doesn't come from a large industrial
And
factory.
all we do is take water away from it when we boil it.
Yep.
Now, when you cook with maple, it is hot, but also you want to remember that it foams a lot. So I've added just a touch of butter to knock down the foam. Otherwise, it can foam right up and all over your stove.
Some people I see people put pork fat in it sometimes.
Well...
Not you. You're a purist. You know what you're doing. I sugar with the lazy people.
Butter is an easy thing. If you don't have any dairy allergies in your household, if you're making it for gift, try to find out if they have a dairy allergy, and certainly if you're going to coat nuts, and make sure that people don't have a nut allergy.
And so that's what we're doing. We're doing maple-coated nuts.
We're doing maple-coated nuts next. So I've got this saucepan here that we've been cooking the syrup, and we're almost to that same stage where you spin a hair. And there we got, we're very close. There it is. So you're going to take your favorite nuts, any kind, and just dump them right in there.
Those are whole almonds.
Whole almonds. And so we're going to take, I'm going to put these over here. We're going to bring this bowl over. And I'm just going to take and stir this.
Wow.
And it will coat the nuts. And you want to try to have enough nuts to kind of equal out what the syrup is. Otherwise, you'll get a lot of extra
Well,
sugar.
I just like the way you work because, you know, when we came in here and you got set up, you did not do the measuring cup
I do
method.
not measure
You were
things.
just like straight eyeball.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you're like, I got better things to do than measure stuff.
I'm very impatient, and I've created a lot of new recipes that way. My husband is very meticulous, and he'll measure everything to the hilt, and he drives me nuts when I cook because I don't measure, and there's only one speed on the stove, and that's high. But I've done this for 36 years. I've had a lot of nice, wonderful, edible mistakes. Now, here it goes. It's turning.
Yep.
If you look closely at that, it's starting to dry out very quickly, and it's getting really thick and hard to
Yeah.
stir. Never stop at that point.
Okay.
No, no, no. Never, never, never.
Never,
You have a
never,
brick in the
ever.
pan. Yeah. Not good. See, I've got it right over the heat still, too, so that's helping a little bit and keep it
Wow,
pliable.
that is really coating
Now,
on there.
it's coating on, and all the nuts are separating out, and there you have
Wow,
maple-coated nuts.
that looks awesome.
And these are also very hot. Give them in a minute. Now, these will they will develop as this tendency in your kitchen to disappear. Because when you start cooking these and people smell this, they come through
They
and
must
one
eat them.
disappears, and then all of a sudden they all disappear.
But we saw how quick you did it, so it's one of those things where
Very quick.
very quick.
Very easy.
All right.
So if you got a last-minute present you need to do, just get some nuts and some maple syrup, and you're golden. Put that in a little baggie with a ribbon on it. It makes a great gift.
This is great. And you guys sell a lot of product during this time of year, during
We
the
do.
holiday year. Yeah.
We're open year-round.
Yep.
We have a large sugar house, and we make maple products. We make all sorts of maple cream, sugar candy, all those things.
Yeah.
Oh,
So when you're filling the stockings, when you're filling the Christmas gifts.
Maple is a great gift. People do not give back food gifts.
You know, it's true. Yeah. It's true. I mean, I'm a big food gifter because you can give me lots of stuff that I will re-gift at another time.
Well,
but
food
I
is-
never re-gift maple syrup. It does not re-gift from our
Food
home.
is always an appreciated gift,
Yeah.
and certainly something that's pure and natural, and a Vermont
Yeah.
icon
I-
is maple products.
I
yeah.
completely agree.
Okay, so really
right.
quickly, our next little thing we're going to do here, we'll set that aside, is maple cream cheese.
And I love this, by the way.
Okay, he's offered to be my stirrer
gonna
for
be the
this.
stirrer.
So again, 1 block of of plain cream cheese.
All right.
Your favorite brand. Maple sugar.
Okay.
All there is. Now, again, that's probably about a half a cup or a quarter of a cup to a
just
half a cup.
the perfect amount.
So he's going to stir that in there. Normally I would use a mixer for this, but this little bitty bowl here is not highly conducive to not making a total mess of the kitchen.
And I swore that I was going to
Although I don't
do
know
this
but what
okay.
you're going to do the same thing. Yeah, you're getting right into it. That's good. This is a good family project. If you've got kids that you want to have help with holiday season or help with holiday gifts, this is a great one to have them do. Because if you make a mess, you can eat it.
Yep.
It's really quite nice. Now what you do is you stir this in, make it a little bit ahead of time, maybe an hour ahead of time of a party or something, and just stir that all in there nice and thoroughly, and then let it set for a while because that maple sugar is going to dissolve in that cream cheese from the moisture. And then stir it one more time and put it in your presentation dish, and it looks really, really nice. Now I had somewhere here a knife.
Oh, I can use the spoon.
Or the spoon.
I'm a good
This is
spoonie.
great on crackers, on toast, especially good on bagels.
Do you sandwich them or just eat them straight up?
Whatever you like.
I kind of want to use straight up.
Is that good?
That's really
Is that good?
Oh my gosh.
I brought this, I did this on a whim one time for a family party, and I can't come to the party now unless I bring this.
I will invite you to every one of my family parties.
Okay,
'cause
that
it's
works
like,
for me.
It's like maple rama here. There's just tons of good stuff. And the
That's
beauty
so
is,
good.
this is fast. So I mean, when the holiday seasons are coming around, you're having guests come over and you want to do something that's fun with the family. This is just quick. These are great recipes that are super quick. Thank you so much
They
for
are
coming
very
today.
good.
These are fantastic. We're going to eat all these once
good.
once the camera gets off
Did
us.
you try one of those yet? You didn't try one of those.
I'm hoping they're not going to burn me like the other
They
stuff.
won't.
But they're still really warm.
They are, but
And
they're
they're really
good that way.
nice. Oh my gosh, there's just so much maple intensity on them. They're delicious. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So if you haven't gone up, get up there to Goodrich's Maple Farm up in Cabot, Vermont. Fantastic place, and she will show you how to make all these lovely things if you're not planning on making them this holiday season. Thank you, folks, for calling in already. 1-800 number 639-8303. Remember, proceeds today are also going to go to part of the Vermont Food Bank, so we're going to send it right back to George.